Good morning, Gills fans, and welcome back once again to Gills in the Blood TV as we look ahead to Saturday's game as we visit Rochdale. I'm going to do a big thank you first to everyone. You've probably seen it on our Facebook page, and Twitter page. We've now gone over 500 subscribers on the YouTube channel, over 500 on the Facebook page, over 2,000 followers on Twitter, and we're over 120 on the Instagram account as well now, so massive thank you to everyone. I'm not speaking just on behalf of myself. I think Boz will echo them sentiments and Stocky would as well. It's still a bit weird, isn't it, to be quite honest, that amount of people want to listen to us.
Still odd when people come and introduce themselves.
Yeah,
so,
and generally want to listen to us being a bit miserable. But this week's been a good one.
Yeah.
We'll do the little bit of bad news first as we look. Scott Wagstaff. We feared it last week on the Matchday Live, didn't we? I said I thought that Mark Burnett indicated to the bench that Waggy's ankle had gone. It appears now it's a calf injury and it's a few weeks again. It's really frustrating because he's a very good footballer.
Games,
he seems to play once a month, twice a month, and that's it. This has probably been the best run he's had in ages. He joined last season, didn't he? He missed the first few weeks of the campaign because of a calf problem, ironically. I don't know, it's
frustrating because this is the first time I think he's actually been playing his actual position, isn't it?
Yeah, he's played in that sort of right side of the diamond or whatever it was on Saturday, and then he played it looked like from the left, but he was just getting himself a bit of sort of momentum and a bit of a run in the side, and now it's all going to stop again. And then obviously the hope for us as fans is that whoever comes in does a good job and we're still picking up points. So then obviously Waggy don't get back in. But
Elliot's got a couple of goals in the week, didn't he?
Yeah, just had a look at that. We'll have a look at that in a minute. There was a few that haven't been getting game time that played against our dear friends from down the road, and there's also one of our ex-coaches has gone there, which we'll have a look at. But the back page of Thursday's Medway Messenger, all about winning. Pretty self-explanatory. Gills' coach is keen to silence their critics, basically saying that obviously they've been given a bit more time. Coach Jamie Day said, "We know it's a results business and it doesn't matter if you put in all the work in the world, it's about winning games. We know that, they know that. They're not stupid enough to pretend otherwise, which is good. If you don't win games, then clubs this day and age change management." A little bit further, the Charlton win will give the boys and the fans as well a boost and a bit of confidence heading into the Rochdale game. We were pleased with Saturday's performance, it was what we needed at this time. The management team are under severe scrutiny, but Day thrives on the pressure, saying everyone in football loves being a part of it. It is ruthless, it is harsh at times, and there isn't a lot of stability in the game, but it's something that we all love doing. We want to do it every Saturday and be part of it on a daily basis. The negative come with the job, but we love doing what we do. If you are winning games and on good runs, then people don't say a word. That's obvious. That's in any business. That's not just football. That's generally in business. If you're doing well, those that are above you tend to leave you alone, and if you're not, then obviously they want to know why. So, like we say, aside from Wagstaff, it's been a positive 10 days or so with the draw at Wimbledon, the battling draw with 10 men. This Billy Bingham one though, just to touch on that, that's running on a bit, and this concussion's now lasted what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
It wasn't even certain at the start, was it? They still took him to Oxford thinking he was going to play. Yeah,
so it was Shrewsbury donked his head, got bandaged up, but then it came out later in the week that he missed Oxford because of he smashed heads with Steve Arnold in training. Turned up to Oxford on the Saturday, said he was sick, missed Wimbledon, missed Charlton, and now they're still saying he's a doubt for tomorrow. But obviously that moves us on to our next bit quite nicely. Amar happy to take centre stage again, and I've just had a quick read through this, and apparently he's played there quite a lot as a youngster, so it's not entirely alien to him.
I think I read when he was at Stevenage he played there quite a lot.
Yeah, it says here, he said, "I played there for years in the youth team at QPR, and when I was at London, Preston and Stevenage under Graham Wesley. Professionally, I've probably played about 20 to 30 games in central midfield. It's natural for me, and I played central midfield longer than I've at centre back. I enjoy it, it's good." And we said, not to want to keep going on and repeating ourselves, but he was very good, and he looked, he did look out of place.
When we played Josh Wright there before, like you see wander, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Whereas Amar seemed to stick between either side of the centre circle, you know what I mean? That was his area and he didn't leave that.
Yeah, almost like that box.
Held it well, yeah.
Which, excuse me, also meant when we were without the ball, he could slot in as that extra centre half, so then you effectively became a 5-3-2, but it was a narrow 3 in the middle, wasn't it? It wasn't like the wing backs pushing on, so it worked. Well, I thought it worked really well, and obviously it kept a clean sheet, and credit to everyone involved. But there's a bit, obviously, you said about the booking, and we mentioned that he was very disciplined after picking up that booking. involved in the goal. Regarding the management situation, there's a bit he says, Amar echoed the view of teammate Tom Eaves from the weekend when asked about the management situation, insisting he was taking little interest in any rumours. He said, you just try and ignore it, you don't know what's true or not these days, you can't read into anything. We're working for the manager and on Saturday it showed, nobody is giving up. It is just tiny little margins that can win or lose you games. We can get all 3 points at Rochdale, it will be tough, but these are the games we need to try and win. A win would be massive, I'd take a point.
I would take a point, because it just keeps that little bit of momentum.
Yeah, and then we've got Tuesday night to look forward to, then Scunthorpe would be tough, we know that.
It's a big call as well, if we were to go 1 down early on, see how they react.
Yeah, that'd be the thing, yeah, because obviously we had, Saturday was the first time that we scored the first goal in a football match this season. We've led once before then, that was 2-1 against Southend, but that was actually the first time where we'd gone 1-0 up, so it'd be nice to go up there and pinch an early one again, I think. As we said, ex-Maidstone bits. Maidstone United have appointed former Gillingham man Darren Hare as their new first team coach. Former Gills youth coach was in the dugout for United's 4-1 victory at Macclesfield in the National League on Saturday. Must be the link, but obviously Nicky Southall's there, we know that.
And Josh is there as well.
Josh Hare's there as well now, so that's nice to see, I suppose. It makes no odds to us, does it? I know there's history
He did
between
well
us
for
and
us,
Maidstone.
good young players for it.
Yeah, he's done really well for us. So, but I thought we'd got out of the game. I thought he was doing something himself. So it was a weird one when it came about. I thought he had
not an academy,
something similar like that. Yeah, I thought he was doing his own sort of coaching schools or something. But obviously that's now changed, and he's gone there to work under Jay Saunders and Nicky Southall. Bit you said about before we come on here, Ben Chapman looks like they're gonna try and get him out on loan, which is good to see.
My first thought was with that was Maidstone.
He probably would go there, to be honest, because I'm sure he knows Josh a little bit here. So, and it's local. Anything in that, they've said conference or conference south, haven't they? So,
you won't do any harm to go and get some games. You look good in pre-season, didn't you?
It also says here the 18-year-old impressed in Gill's 6-2 midweek friendly win over Maidstone, but has moved down the pecking order following a couple of recent loan additions. Max Amar switched to midfield last weekend, and Jake Hessenthaler has also seen some action of late. Yeah, Jamie Day just says they're going to try and get him to national south. He's rated highly, but he needs games. Of course he does. So with Bingham and now Wagstaff out, I suppose that means, what was the lad we bought last week? Jesse Stark, he's come in here, be involved, Hesse, and I suppose Darren Oldacre, who was out warming up against Charlton, even though he wasn't on the bench. So maybe it was touch and go that one of them couldn't make the bench, and that's why he was out there just in case. Keen to show what I'm all about. The shouting men with Sean Clare, been very impressed with him since he's arrived. Shrewsbury, I think, was his debut when we were 2-0 down. He came on straight away, wanted to run at people and be positive.
Very direct, and we don't have a lot of that. So.
Again, everything that we need that we've mentioned previously. Quick questions. Interesting one. If you had a proper job, says he used to work in his auntie's pub collecting glasses. Plays the guitar. Just have a look through there. Says he was on the bench a couple of times for Sheffield Wednesday in pre-season in the Cup, but their manager doesn't think he's quite ready. He's been out on loan previously, Bury and Accrington, so he's had good experience at league level. Regarding us, the boys have been welcoming him, and I sorted them out with some cakes on Mondays. It was my birthday. I didn't do anything particularly special. I'm no party goer. They're all good lads, and that has helped me. I knew Liam Nash a bit from before, as I played for an Essex County side with him a while ago. So that's good then that he knows someone and he's settled in well. What have we got until January?
Yeah.
I've been doing all I can already.
I wouldn't do much longer before.
Let's start thinking about getting that done for the rest of the season. So in terms of team news, we've pretty much done that. Garmston's still a while away, Morris is long term, Waggy's out, Bingham's doubtful. Apart from that, it says Mark Byrne and Gabriel Zakwani are fine. So what are we looking at? What do you think the team for... I don't think we can change it too much.
No, I think the only change will be Wagstaff, won't it?
But would you play Parker, Wilkinson and Eaves away from home, or would you try and short it up with another midfielder?
I'm not Wilkinson's biggest fan at the moment. I think he's trying, but...
He was peripheral again, wasn't he? Yeah, and there was not a lot happening, and obviously it doesn't help him.
He might just need minutes, but at the moment I'm not his biggest fan. He might bring me on and score hat-tricks.
So would you go one up top, or would you go...
No, I wouldn't, because until he scores, once he scores, different player.
So we need to play, you need him with someone. So then it'd be a tricky
I
one. So Owen picks himself.
They'll keep Wilkinson and Eaves. I mean, it's just someone to come in for Wagstaff, possibly one of the centre-mids.
So back four will be the same?
Yeah, I think so.
So you think we're going to keep Lacey at left back, Zaquani, Nugent.
Well, that's another season. Maybe Ogilvy could come back in. But then if you kept a clean sheet, you probably don't.
That's what I can't see us changing it. So I'd go. I think it'd be Holy, Lacey, Zaquani, Nugent, O'Neill with back 4 or 5. Amar, I think, to sit with Byrne.
Yeah, and I'm thinking Hess probably comes in. I think he's the next one.
I think it'd be Hess and then maybe Clare and leave Parker on the bench. Parker, for me, he's almost got this reputation. He's almost like a new age Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the moment. I think we've said before, there was some stat that was floating around last week on Twitter.
He will score every 70 odd minutes when he comes on.
It's something ridiculous, yeah. When he's a sub, it's like every 75 minutes or even less. But when he starts, it's like every 300 minutes or something. So he's created himself a bit of a reputation. Obviously,
although we start off narrowly, it's a way sticking him on the right. But as soon as we need to attack and we go wide players, then he's ideal.
Unless he goes flat 4, goes Byrne and Amar, and then Parker and Clare from the side, because isn't that how we start? We thought we started on Saturday.
Yeah, I think
we
Clare
weren't
started
sure.
on left originally, didn't they?
So we'll see what happens. So again, Jeff Starkey, I don't know a lot about him, so I can't really say if he's an attacking midfielder, holding midfielder, or just an out and out central midfielder. I guess we'll find out over time. But again, that links us on to our next bit. Starkey given a run out. Jeff Starkey got his first run out for the Gills on Tuesday in a practice match against Maidstone. The former Brighton and Swindon midfielder was next as Gills 11 won 6-2. Starkey joined last week ahead of the match against Charlton but was an unused sub. Oh, it says that he played on the left of midfield for the Gills at Beeching's Cross, completing the full 90 minutes, and coach Jamie Day believes the players will give the team extra attacking options from deep. He came in for training and got comfortable.
That's Oldacre, isn't it? Attacking options from deep.
Yeah, that's weird, because he started from the left. So
So
you wouldn't play him from the left and then say he's going to play from deep. If he's from the left, you'd want him pushing on, surely. He's the type of player we need at this club with a point to prove. Now it's down to him to take the opportunity. Bit further down, Jake Essenthaler, Darren Oldacre, Elliot List and Greg Cundall also played for the Gills against the Maidstone side, spearheaded by the informed striker Zavon Hines. The Gills scored 5 goals in the first 25 minutes. Opening the scoring through Oldacre, 2 from List, a cross shot from Ben Chapman and a penalty from Greg Cundall got the hosts off to a good start. Youngster Miguel Scarlett scored Gills' second penalty before the break and Stones pulled a couple back after the restart. Interesting one I want to talk about here. Right, I'm going to leave that till last and we'll see what you think. Gills in brief we're going to do. Finn O'Mara scored for Folkestone, a bit of lone watch, so that was good. They won 3-1 in the cup against Tooting and Mitcham.
He's doing quite well there, I think.
He's been very good there from what I've read. Mr Stevenson though, got himself sent off.
Oh, did he?
Last week for Craig Wanderers.
A few weeks back.
Yeah, he's another one who's been doing well. The midfielder on loan from Gillingham was one of 2 Craig players dismissed in their 2-1 defeat to Lewis in the Bostik South and will be banned for the next 3 games following a clash with an opposition. So it sounds like something off the ball, which is a little bit silly, but obviously you won't comment too much. Keeper Tom Hadler played for Gloucester City in their FA Cup qualifier against Hungerford last weekend. Says he pulled off a series of saves, but only to help them restrict it to a 3-0 defeat, unfortunately. So they're
the first game they've lost since he's been
I think they lost 1 in the league. They won the first 4 and I think then they dropped off a little bit, but he's generally, again, the reports have been pretty good. Referee for Saturday, Eddie Ilderton. He's already sent off 4 players, having officiated 7 games this season. His last Gills game was for the same fixture 3 years ago. Bradley Dack picked up Gills' only booking.
Connor Wilkinson, take note, don't go jumping in.
Yeah, just, yeah. Right, last bit before we start wrapping this up. There's a little extra, they've done a bit here about this announcement that Shrewsbury, the attendance, didn't get done for 2 weeks. And I actually asked them and said, look, genuine question, how comes it took a fortnight? Because Charlton was out by what, the hour mark? Yep. So how can that be counted before full time, yet Shrewsbury took 14, 15 days? Don't make sense to me. Are we saying that they're trying to hide it, and they've had to announce it because we put them under pressure as fans, or?
I think they're trying to hide it. I think it got to that point where I didn't think it was going to come out.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think they've had their hand forced. Because it says here, Gillingham's home crowd for their recent game against Shrewsbury dipped below the 4,000 mark. This isn't the full official, this is the amount of Gillingham fans in the ground. The official figure announced on Monday, over 2 weeks after the fixture, was put out at 4,080 in total, with 217 visiting fans, meaning just 3,863 home fans were watching. It was a drop of 449 home supporters from the previous game, Southend, and a drop of 883 from August the 12th against Bradford. Well, that's understandable. Bradford was the first home game, so obviously expectations and optimism was still quite high then obviously we've not won for a while, so it's going to drop off, but that's a lot. And it says the average number of Gills fans this season has been 4-4-4-5 in comparison to 5-5-4-4 last season and 5-9-1-2 in 2015-16. Obviously we started really well 15-16 under Justin anyway, so that was going to be more. And it says Gillingham's form hasn't helped, but
concerning if he went out, how many seasons ago? I think there are 2,500 maybe? Maybe a bit less than
2,500, I don't know, 2,500, 3,000.
There's not a lot of general public coming in, is it?
Which means, again, we've got to start winning football matches again because people are switching off and people are voting with their feet now in terms of the manager, the chairman. And we're not going to sit here and say now we're 80 Pennant's number one fan. It's just one game. If we go on a run
how we react to that,
if we go to Rochdale and pick up a point and beat Scunthorpe, then fair dues, we'll start saying well done Ady, well done Jamie, well done Steve Lovell, well done Paul Scally or whatever, because that'd be 4 unbeaten and we might look a little bit better in terms of league position. But if we go to Rochdale,
it's no good just getting up like Charlton South End games.
If we go up there and get dick like we did last season, was it 4-1 last year I think? And we just rolled over, didn't we? Yeah. We were lucky because we was out on the drink all day, so we didn't really take much notice. We're absolutely back to square one. Because of the goal difference as well. So you picked up 3 points, you get battered on Saturday, so your goal difference takes a hiding as well.
As good as last weekend was, we enjoyed it and we've got to move on now and look at the next one.
One swallow doesn't make a summer, I think is the old saying, and one set of 3 points certainly don't make your season. We're not safe from relegation because of that.
Not at all.
So, and we are still 5th bottom, just to be, we're not being negative, that's facts.
No, it was a positive, and now we have to look at it.
It was a really good week, but now we've got to do the important thing, which is to build on it, because if we go and lose Saturday and Tuesday night, we're right back in it again. So, obviously we're not going Saturday. Score prediction.
I'm going to say 1-1.
Where are they in the league? They're below us, aren't they? I think, yeah.
I think they've had a poor start.
Rochdale are same points as us, exactly the same record. 1-1, drawn 3, lost 4. They've scored 1 more, but they've conceded 2 more. So their goal difference is -6 and ours is -5. And how did they get on last weekend?
They draw 0-0 with Bury, right?
No, that was Plymouth, because that was Luke McCormick when he got goalie of the week in the Football League pack. We couldn't believe it. Blackburn, didn't they lose to? Lost to MK Dons, 5-goal thriller. Well, it was a thriller if he's an MK Dons fan. But I think they won in the week in the Checker Trade or something, so they picked up a win. So I think
I think any point away is a good point. I'll take a 1-1.
Yeah, I think I'll echo that, to be honest. You're going to do a goal scorer?
It's going to prove you wrong, Connor Wilkinson.
I think so. Tom Eves, I'm not going to say because he hasn't scored. Well, unless we can take the rain and end up there with us. I'm going to Sean Clare. 1-0 Sean Clare, 1-0 Connor Wilkinson, just to prove you wrong. That'd be lovely. I think we're done.
Yeah.
It's been a good week. Let's hope we can go up to Rochdale and build on it. Safe travels to all those that are going. Fair play to all of you. I hope we see. Oh, we have seen a goal now. If you've travelled away, you saw Wimbledon, because before that it's been hard graft travelling around, not watching us find the back of the net. So, again, thanks for all the support. Fingers crossed we can pick up something on Saturday and start building this run a bit further. We will be back Tuesday for match day, Monday as well, for hopefully another positive Monday review. And until next time, up the Gills.